to the Ultimate Admiral Dreadnoughts US campaign. Now, our first part of the episode is to follow a request by none other than the Admiral Robo himself, which is giving this thing a new name. Well, actually, no, I'll just leave it as This is the Kentucky East. Kentucky East, and this is the Kentucky... No, this one's the East, that one's the West. Kentucky East, and then this one's of the West. There we go. That should now solve the confusion between the two things, the two Kentuckys. Now, that most important thing out of the way, we have a war with Russia. I have reason to suspect Russia are going to send ships. So, I have reason to suspect I can ready an ambush for them. Of course, with our Artero Dominators, of which we have more than enough. And we've also got a new Dreadnought hull available to us now, so we can do more Dreadnought stuff. Especially with a better anti-flood, better range finding, both of which come in a turn. Also, to those of you in Twitch chat who actually play UAD instead of just watching other people play the game, and you're playing beta, the Atlanta hull is out! And I've given it a try, and it's... You can easily do an Atlanta. My next thing to check on the list would be whether or not you're able to do a 6-inch version. That'd be interesting. Right, constant 3 rangefinder, anti-flooding, 3. Argentina will give you a Vermont class, okay? Call it the 25 de Mayo for all we care, or, well, 25 de Mayo la Argentina. Most likely because it's your most powerful ship you're going to get, la Argentina. Well, okay. Let me rephrase. Most powerful ship you're going to get so far. Triple torpedo tubes in a turn. And big guns, because I want to try and see if I can get a better 14-inch gun before I go up to the shipyard and say, yeah, give me a new battleship design for a 14-inch armed battleship. So yeah, new ships are being built, it's good. Naval Blockade, Tactics 2. That's good. Aurora and stuff there. Brazil wants an Artero. Fine, we'll give you an Artero. To supplement the Kentuckys and the Tafts you've got. Okay, so Russians haven't sent anything over yet. Something makes me think they're a little preoccupied with the Germans. No, I'm not going to risk invasion there. Could I maybe send ships to Kamchatka? Let's see. Over this side of the map. I could. It'll give me a foothold in the Pacific more than just Manila. We've got a whole fleet here that can... Before I change my mind, we're sending the Texas. Sending the Texas and a whole bunch of others. Right. Then the fleet from Dutch Harbour and Anchorage. To Pavlovsk. 2 tons. Okay, we're gonna send out Admiral Robber in the Kentucky West. And we're gonna send him west. Well, from his current placement, it's west, but it's more likely east to us. Hello, the Green Avocado. I've been doing fine. We're just on the way to designing a new battleship. I'm in need of a new band, but that's a whole different story, and I'm not going to go further into it because relations with the band that stayed in the group has gone skyrocketing down already, and I don't want to cause any more skyrocketing downward of that. Yeah, compared to the location they were at, Kamchatka is to the west. Oh yeah, don't question why we have a Kentucky West and a Kentucky East, though, when the time comes. Oh yeah, if you're wondering how the Italian campaign went, it in the end went horribly, and I'm sorry to tell you, but the fried avocado had to be scrapped for budget saving. Don't worry though, it did have one good combat, which was pulling off France after the capital ship got really badly damaged, but still had one good combat. We sunk an American battleship. Anyway, our invasion fleet is just about to arrive off Kamchatka. And hopefully Kamchatka has the repair ship Kamchatka on its side, because then then we know we're gonna win, regardless of what. Regardless of anything, if the repair ship Kamchatka is on the side of Kamchatka, we're gonna win. Russian Empire, Russian Empire, Russian Empire. Naval invasion. Choose a province. The Kamchatka. Considering the fact she had 99% damage when she left the battle, the only sort of good thing she fared was that she was able to keep running at 30 knots while damaged. As heavily as she was. Ah! We're losing money! Oh no, we're no longer losing money. Good, good. Right. So we're building 2 dreadnoughts for Brazil and a battlecruiser for never mind, we're building 3 dreadnoughts for Brazil and we are building battlecruiser for Argentina. Right, we have triple torpedoes now. If I can maybe get us a larger torpedo hull or pet battlecruiser. Larger destroyer. Boilers. 2 turns on that, but then that gives us better stuff there. But yeah, we shall take over the Kamchatka Peninsula. I initially was doing it that I was only going to support Brazil with dreadnoughts and then Argentina with light ships, but then at the start of this episode I just was like, okay, you get a battlecruiser. Okay, that's an interesting turn of events. Yeah, you can get some light cruisers. We're at war with the Brits now. We have another invasion we can do. Hey, does anyone... I hear Bermuda is a good place to go at this time of year. We'll send the Navy's flagship, the Artero Dominatos, alongside a whole bunch of other ships, to go and ensure that Bermuda falls into American hands. So we've basically set ourselves up against the largest nation outside of ourselves in the game, and yeah. Yeah, it's a place in Bermuda, or at least during the time period here it is. Okay. Argentina, you're not getting a Vermont. We are currently right now trying to sort of take over a whole bunch of places. I know where we can take over next after we have completed the invasion of Hamilton. We can take some islands that are close to Cuba, starting with the southernmost, just because it's got a really funny name. Oh, fuck off. The Baguettes are wanting war with us now. Yes. The Caribbean, and I'm going to start off with these islands just because of the funny name place here. Yes, even idiots who, I don't do destroyer versus destroyer battles, by the way. even idiots who don't really focus in their own lives stuff outside of music and warships, it can still have a sense of humour. Or should I take Kingston, Georgetown? Oh god, there's a whole lot of places I could take off the... It's a destroyer versus destroyer, I don't fight him anyway. Brazil won another Kentucky. We can't give you that. Sorry, mate. Sorry, mate. We got a place called Cockburn to take over. Right. How's our naval invasion over here doing? Okay, we'll shortly see if the Kamchatka Peninsula is now ours. Like, I just find it funny that a lot of nations have names in them that that just have the most hilarious of names. Oh god. Russian Empire, naval invade, Kamchatka, yes. Oh god, we are going to have to wait an extra turn before we invade the place of hilarious naming. Because I decided to start invading Kamchatka again. Yeah, and then I'm thinking maybe we can cut off their Central American colonies next by taking Kingston and Georgetown. And then maybe Bridgeton and St. George's. So then, really, they've only got one sort of un-Americanified stop between them and... Brazil won a Vermont. I'm sorry, we cannot... Wait, the people of Tsushima? Hold on a second. Was I reading that correctly? Well, somewhere here, there's been a sort of uprising with someone. Right. Meanwhile, we are re-invading there. Ah, the Phoenix against the Thames. I'm gonna fight this because it's not a destroyer versus destroyer. Yeah. Yes, the Brits have signed a treaty with the Germans, not with me. We're still at war with the Brits, don't worry. Give me your design secrets, Britain. We want to make our own version of the Queen Elizabeth class. Alright, clean up on the loading. There we go. So, proper light cruiser, well, protected cruiser of this time period, I mean, versus a semi-armored cruiser. I'm sure we'll win. Tell your men to load high explosive and nothing else. Tell them also to throw the armor penetration over the board. This is the best light cruiser hull we have available that I'm using, because In the previous campaigns, I've only just used the semi-armored cruiser hulls, and it gets a little boring using them over and over and over and over and over and over and over again. Ah, the Phoenix has encountered the Thames, I believe this was. Now time for one of my usual quotes that I stole from Sabaton. Charging an attack, going to hull and back. Ah, Queen Elizabeth. How can you perfect perfection? But the Queen Elizabeth class is yes. Yes, I sort of stole that quote and I've used it a lot in my streams whenever we've been going into battle. Ramming speed! Never mind. Torpedo impact! Although it's not the type of torpedo impact I wanted, but it's a torpedo impact. Oh god. Say goodbye to the Phoenix, everyone! You served well. Wait, I was using the wrong hand, wasn't I? Served well. Well, at least on my end I was using the wrong hand, because you're supposed to use your right hand in saluting normally. Well, I think it is, anyway. Oh, are you saying more perfection as in, I don't know, make the Queen Elizabeth 16-inch instead of 15? No, no. I know how to improve perfection in the Queen Elizabeth. Q-turret! We all love Q-turrets, don't we? Or you could make it a super Agincourt. No, oh well. Nah, never mind. Oh yes, Queen Mary. One of the explodies. That's just something I came up with to reference the British battle cruisers under Admiral Beatty. I was about to call him Sir, but then I don't think he actually did get promoted to Sir. I don't think he ever got knighted, so Oh. Radar, modern armor, vertical launch systems, and a nuke react. Take off the last bit. That might actually be a good thing for a Queen Elizabeth. Theoretical, if when the Queen Elizabeth somehow survived into the missile age. Well, obviously keeping all its guns as well. Hopefully there's. Oh god, it's going to take us 6 turns to take over Cockburn. Meanwhile, why don't we amass a fleet off Freeport and take that? We'll take the Taft, Kearsarge, and Pennsylvania and Vicksburg down to Freeport. And okay, we're gonna have to wait a turn for that one. Hold on a second. I think I've got a place we can invade. We're going to take the French Antilles. Might as well take as much use of any invasions that we can muster up while they can still be mustered. AKA before we go bankrupt. French. We have nothing in Guantanamo. Right, the Louisiana is going to head over here as well. And then these two destroyers are going to join the Louisiana. November to December. No, we already had the Virgin Islands. Yeah, you already asked and I showed you the Chocais. You know, the cuter and the echelon wings and the wings on the stern. That thing. Okay, so it turns out we don't have enough ship tonnage there. Well, we've extended the invasion of that area by a turn, but... well, 2 turns, but... at least we have the tonnage there now, we can invade. Anyway, we've got a new dreadnought hull and a new battlecruiser hull, so... time for both, I think. And let's see if the American guns could actually fit a Chokai-esque layout. Oh, you got a submarine. Submarine failed miserably for you guys. Oh, this destroyer on destroyer. Ironic, a destroyer English against the English. I find that hilarious myself. And a whole bunch of irony as well. Oh, they're death stacking off of Boston. Oh yeah, well you're expecting the battle fleet. We got Indiana and North Carolina here. It's really about it. All of those are Brazilian. Ranger is Argentinian. You know what? We're not going to give them the Ranger, but as a bit of a nod to the fact that it was originally meant to be a Argentinian vessel, we are going to have the USS Veinticinco de Mayo in place of the name USS Ranger. That's just like a tip of the head to, it was originally an Argentinian ship, but then, yeah, we took it over. Because of our current predicament in this war. So of the invasions, this one's going to be the first invasion to be completed. Just because we're currently at war with the Brits, and Venticinco de Mayo was the name of the aircraft carrier that the Argentinians had during the Falklands War, which, ironically enough, was built by us British. I personally don't really like nuclear reactor engines on ships. No, Argentina, you're cancelling the alliance anyway, so we're not giving you an Artero Dominatos. And no, I'm not going to make the joke I usually do when referring the Artero Dominatos class. You know what? Fine. Fine. Next time I refer that one particular class, I will make the joke. Because I have Spotify up, so I can do it. Oh, God. I agree to the exchange. Okay, so Vermont, the lead of the Vermont-class battlecruisers, has encountered something. Okay. If only an class battleship was here with us to help. I had to do it! I had to do it when referring the Artero. Sorry. Sorry to all headphone users. Like myself. I'd at least prepared myself for it because I knew I was going to do it. And I'm sort of used to it anyway. So yeah, this is the battlecruiser Vermont. Yes, don't question she doesn't have a Q turret and instead it's wing turrets. Design choice by the previous Admiralty. See, we match the British battleship. Just we have a higher caliber gun. Our gun outclasses theirs by 2 calibers. And I'm guessing, well, assuming that all guns are Mark III though, so. Yes. I don't have any sort of soundboard thing I can use. Like, if I were a percussionist or drummer, I'd probably, instead of having a whole lot of guitars here, would have a drum set and I would have sample triggers that I could possibly use. But, yeah, I'm not a percussionist at all. I started off in music as a percussionist, like, during my very, very, very early days, but then just went guitar-wise. That whole bunch of shells was close. Oh, they fired torps. They fired torps. I know it. I know it. They've just reported out of ammunition. They fired torps. Right. Rudder port. Ah, HMS Glowworm is living up to its name and fighting a target that is much stronger than itself. And is also probably going to live up to its name and get absolutely battered. Me, I just didn't have the hand and feet coordination at the time, and so as well as also the fact that I found I'd much more preferred playing guitar. Mainly because I didn't use as much energy having to swing my arms around all over the place. Oh shit. Please tell me we've done more damage to the oak than they have done to us. Thank you, 12-inch guns. Oak's gone. The Royal Oak has sunk. You know what? Shall we turn back and let... Okay, the green avocado. Should we let the glowworm live? I've paused it so you have your time to make your decision. Shall we let him live and instill fear among our prey, or just kill it and instill fear among our prey? Regardless, we're instilling fear among our prey, if it's not for ourselves. You know what, because of Vermont's already received damage, we'll have Vermont turn away, and if Glowworm gets away, then... yeah, that's fine. Yeah, we're turning. We're both disengaging from this engagement. With Glowworm down a turret, and her torpedoes are out of ammo. And they did nothing, because all our damage was received from shellfire. And all our damage was dealt by shellfire as well, because Vermont is torpedoless. In this state, that is. Maybe in the future I may Italian speed freak refit her and give her a whole bunch of torpedoes. Green avocado, please stop with that. Please stop with that. I had a problem with that being stuck in my head for ages, years ago. Well, a year ago. Oh, God. I'll let you into a secret. Don't mention The Wild Boys by Duran Duran. Don't mention any of the lyrics to that song, or else there'll be problems. And please tell me you don't even know the song and you're trying to Google it right now to guess what the song is. Well, get what the song is. Well, that you're not actually Googling it, I mean. Thank God! Please, don't ever! I've only just gotten it. Well, yeah, I only really just got out of listening to it non-stop daily. Pretty much annoyed everyone on the on my bus, everyone around me as well, in person. Well, it's sort of... it's a new romantic song. It's by, I think I've already mentioned Duran Duran. Which the sort of only new romantics band that people talk about these days. Although, in my opinion, I think Spandau Ballet's better. Duran Duran, they're... I think really like the most famous Duran Duran song would be A View to a Kill. Oh, we failed to gain control of Kamchatka again. Okay, we've got a new Destination, a new thing to take over. Then, as taking over Kamchatka hasn't worked. We are going to take over a Russian province. Just, obviously, not Kamchatka, because it seems that they... no. It seems that they don't want the repair ship being no longer on their hands. Okay, so hopefully now the area of Cockburn should be ours. Well, that's... Cockburn is a part of the islands. Yeah. Yeah, they sure do love the best Japanese warship never to actually be commissioned in the Japanese Navy. I've certainly quoted Drakenfell there. Because, well, I may have slightly edited it from what he said, but I've definitely quoted Drakenfell there. Don't you mean IJN, not IGS? That's how everyone refers it as the is IJN. Although that is only just a historian thing, because the Japanese ships never actually had a designation in front of them. They never had like HMS like we do, or USS like the Americans do, or KMS like the Kriegsmarine had. Or SMS like the Kaiserliche Marine had. It's the same with the French Navy. Everyone refers it with the pretext of MN, Marine Nationale, but they were never actually given the ships were never actually given the pretext. That was only a historian saying. I found that out from the episode of A Dry Dock. It'd be funny if that was the way how you actually found me. You were trying to get the name of some other YouTuber, but because of your like of typing S's, you accidentally typed in my name. Oh god. Ambush defense. Nah. Yes! Cockburn is at us. Oh god, I just... Right. Right. Compose yourself, Silent. We're all mature humans here. I'm about to say adults, but then I realised that one of my viewers is younger than me. And I know that viewer is younger than me. And hopefully that viewer doesn't realise... Alright, so... Well, that viewer would probably realise who that I'm talking about them, because, hell, I'm part of the music team of the game development company he started with a couple of friends of his. So these guys are going to be moved down to Jamaica, and we're going to take Jamaica next. Yeah, the Argentinians, they use ARA. that's another interesting one. Right. Yeah. 4 superimposed large guns. Okay. Two more turns over there. Against the British Empire, we are going to invade Jamaica next. By the end of the year, reggae music shall be ours. Oh, God. As it's sort of around that area where reggae really became a prominent thing. Yeah. Submarine sank. Constitution has light damage. And this, the battlecruiser Constitution, not the old sailing boat that we've got stuck in Texas. Well, I think it's Texas where Constitution has her docks at. If I am mistaken, please do let me know, because I am obviously a British. I obviously don't know much about American stuff outside of warships. Okay, this is going to be an interesting battle. Let's fight it! Right. So we've got battleships, they've got light ships. Right. Yeah. What they lack in capital power, they have in lighter ship firepower. Okay, the Vicksburg here. Right, I say we all do the smart man's decision here. Turn back. The silence is deafening. Turn back to let them see you again. They make the rounds at the midnight hour, and on the clock it's just a minute away. That's a CKY song. Ah, it's in Massachusetts. Oh, fuck. It's in the state that has a battleship named after it. That is the most successful American battleship in terms of ships sunk. That's how I'll refer it as. Massachusetts. Oh, God, never mind. Never mind, I'll just have American viewers hate me for the rest of time. You Americans ruined the English language! After we gave you your independence, you ruined our language! Okay. Enough ranting against the Americans. painting a good picture for British people, am I? I've most probably painted a really horrible picture for British people to Americans. Considering the fact that most of my viewer base is American. Right. We failed? I'm not having that naval invasion be another failed project. Reference to my band there. Well, one of my bands. Well, actually, I'm just remembering it's my only band because of my departure from Ashen Hearts. The Vermont is going after the... oh, God. I bless the rains down in Africa. And the Sapphire. It also has the San Juan to help it out. What are you then? Your fellow Brit or from an entirely different country to any of the two? Right on, so the Vermont, which has been our capital ship that's seen the most service so far, is now going up against its favourite target. And that is the class of battleship which the Africa is a part of. That would be funny. Right. Where's the San Juan in all this? Yeah, San Juan, you can... Oh wait, no, it's one of the British light cruisers. San Juan, you've got French crewmen aboard. You need to follow the request. You've got French POWs and French transports we sunk. You need to make them think that we follow their example and turn and run. I get the rough area. I've got a couple of East Asian friends. So I know the rough area. I'm not going to try and guess the exact country. Like, one of my somewhat regular people I collaborate with on some of my videos, which actually hasn't happened in a while, so... He's actually Indonesian. And then also from that side of the world, although a lot more south than Asia and Oceania, I have a couple of Australian friends. Well, he's an Indonesian living in Qatar. That's only just because his dad's a pilot with Qatar Airways and he gets free first class tickets, I think. Or very much discounted first class tickets. But yeah, then I have a friend who's a Britishman living in Indonesia. Although I'm never bringing him on one of my streams unless he can fully promise me he would keep his tongue clean. Not swearing wise, but what I mean is referencing to, let's say, more side of the internet that no one ever wants to go and see, starting with P, and that's all you're getting with that side, and stuff relating to that, and the actions involved there. Yes, he's sort of a permanently head in the gutter person. Anyway, Africa has taken a whole bunch of damage. We haven't taken a single shell. Hey, it's gonna take a lot to drag me away from you. There's nothing that 100 men or more will ever do. I've left the reins down in Africa. Sorry, but I just had to make another Africa reference. Now, Vermont is flawed that she can't go her maximum speed. Right. Ah, there's the light cruiser. Okay, the Africa is flooding. I'm going to adjust course to starboard and parallel their course, or near enough parallel their course. They're getting... Right, the Africa is getting shell penetrations. I'm saying shell because of the last topic I mentioned. Oh god, naval stuff as well, with some of their terminologies. It's just these days, I've played around with the dual bar bets a lot, thank you very much. Like, they were the first things I put on a ship, I believe, when I first did this beta, which was a very quick test to see which hulls I would want to use to test out some of the new features. Like the dual bar bets and the weather. I think, everyone, we have seen Africa's last days. The ship, not the continent, hopefully. Oh no, we're giving Africa a break and we are instead going to pummel into submission the Sapphire. Oh god, Africa is actually getting close to hitting us with some... Oh no, we took a hit! It was from the Sapphire, so... yeah, it wasn't as bad as it could have been, but we still took a hit. Still took a hit. Don't worry, we got 99 more than they did. We got 101 more hits than they did. We've got 104, 105 more hits than they did. 110 more hits than they did. You're using HE. No, fire AP. There we go. The Africa is gone. Yeah. That's... Oh, wait. I'll wait till you're back to tell the story. It's an interesting story about a place I'm actually going to... Oh, fuck. I've just realised something. I need to inform my mum that we may not be able to go to Portsmouth Historical Dock Saturday. Because some guy by the name of Charles is getting coronated. Never heard of him. I'm obviously talking sarcastically. Please don't, any secret MI6 people who are here, just be like, oh, that's treason against the monarchy. No, I'm only saying that as a joke, and it is meant as a joke. I have, of course, heard of King Charles. Invasion there, invasion there, and come and join our convoy, ain't nothing gonna get in our way. There we go. So we've proven to the Brits that we are not to be trifled with, and we're still going to take over a whole bunch of their ports though, because we can. We can, and we fucking will. You know what? I'm gonna build a new destroyer cast while he's gone. Hopefully he doesn't come back. Oh god! You've returned just as I was gonna secretly build a ship class without you. Alright. Anyway, back to the earlier thing of naval innuendos. I actually have a story from my latest trip to Portsmouth Historical Dock. What had happened was we were at a gunfiring demonstration on HMS Warrior, the only free floating ship at Portsmouth Historical Dock, and the person doing it was going through a whole bunch of the other stuff, and one of the parents there was feeling a bit uncomfortable and was trying to block their children's ears, and it was like, no, this is naval terminology, not what you're thinking it is. Oh god, that was funny. Anyway, back to shipbuilding here. No, we're not building a new battleship. I said we're building a new destroyer, so we're building a new destroyer. Right. Draughts reduced. Stuff there. Now, this ship is going to fix the biggest complaint the Commodores have had with their previous destroyers. And that biggest complaint was that they couldn't get themselves out of the rain because of some idiot not giving them a bridge with a roof on it. I don't know what they're talking about, and if they're calling anyone from the higher ups of the Admiralty idiots, then here's the thing: none of us even thought about it, as a sort of thing like that until after they said that. Okay, so 2 funnels like that. And then torpedoes are triple 20-inch. No, it's side mounted. I don't know why, but me saying side mounted there has just reminded me of like a Psyduck from Pokemon. Don't ask me why. But I've just now sort of remembering Psyduck from Pokemon. No, actually. No, actually. Mine isn't. Normally, mine is just filled with... Oh god, is my next riff actually something I can use in a song without getting copyright claimed? No, no T's there. Light shells. TNT2. We're overweight. Badly. Although I did make a bit of a hilarious joke in class earlier because we were talking about taxes of all things, and it was like in a marriage one partner pays 10% extra, well, pays 10% extra tax, and one receives something like 10% from tax, and it was like, and one of the classmates was like, well, if it's like that in my marriage, then I hope I'm on the receiving end, and, like, today for me has just been filled with me making inappropriate jokes, and I just said out loud to her, aren't you already on the receiving end? Oh god, I'm now trying to just control my... Okay, I've realised I can't have as many torpedoes as I originally wanted. There we go, half the number, and it works. Mine laying is actually going to be removed from this thing. Right. Speed-wise, 34 knots. There we go. 34 knots, natural boilered. Now, can I fit this as 4.7s like the previous design? Yes, I can. Max HE. Heavy shells for better high explosiveness. And Donite. Standard crew. There we go. New destroyers. This should help our light ships out. Could done it. Could have done it. You're too late on the increased range. And no, I don't have to wait. Oh god, UAD, let me go back into the game. Just because I want to go and see Twitch chat. Now you're punishing me for... Now you're punishing me for making Twitch chat not feel abandoned. Oh god. What the fuck? Is this just sign UAD that you want me to build a new battleship? Or battle cruiser? Okay. We'll use the American Pagoda Tower. Yes, that is exactly what this tower is. There's no denying it. It's the American Pagoda Tower. And on a barbette. And with that moved a bit further that direction. Super Texas! Like, this is just Pagoda Americanified, pretty much. Okay. Now, I want this thing to go a little quicker than our previous ships, 26 knots. On geared turbines, oil 1, forced draft boilers. Okay, we're going to need an extra funnel. A high capacity. We're going to need more funnels. No, Fuso has 2 queues. Fuso has 2 queues. Let me just check I'm actually saying that correctly. IGN, as in, like, thinking about that correctly. Fuso? Yeah, Fuso has 2 Q turrets. You are mistaken on that one. Right, if I try and move this as far forward as I can, which is that. Never mind. As far forward as I can go there. And then that is as far forward as it can go. Can I fit it? No, I can't fit an extra funnel there. Right. Right. That's as far back as that could go. As far back as that can go. I wanted to keep key turret, so if I move that as far back, that's far there. Then medium exhaust. I'm not going to be able to fit in Q. I've let the Q turret conundrum down. How could I ever be forgiven? I am the unforgiven. I've let the Q turret conundrum down. Oh god, how am I going to live with myself? I could have just slowed the speed down, actually. But then, again, slower? No. No thanks. I can, I think, if I have a barbette in place. But it needs to be wider. No. A barbette will go there, just not the type we need. That's actually bettered our efficiency and would also give us better torpedo spotting and aiming speed, so... You know what? For the betterment of the ship, 25. Oh god, why is our range just so poor on this ship? There we go, we're doing stuff that's giving us increases to it. This thing is going to have a 12.5 inch belt, 4 inch fore and aft, 4 inch main deck, and then 3 inch fore and aft. Let's see for the main guns. We haven't even gone with the casemates yet. You know what, I'm thinking things might be better off if we go with the smaller, but still pagoda looking tower. You know what? We're changing our caliber and our barrel number. 15-inch twins. Right. Okay, so I've realised we're going to have a whole weight issue here. Move that back there. I'm thinking we just cover this lower area in 5 inches. Oh, no, actually, we'll put back that Twin 15. What was I thinking? Oh, this is better fuel. Let's increase our fuel efficiency. .24 knots. That's like the last sort of cut I'm making with this design. No, 23. Ah, smaller. Yeah, that could be a weight saving. In itself. Although it's not helping our full weight, but I could run me some forward casemates, can't I? Stupid hull border. I'm gonna have to replace that turret, but you're on the hull border. You're there. You're there. More 5-inch the merrier. Right, there we go. Good. Enough. Good enough, good enough, good enough, good enough. I'm not using 8! There's no 8-inch guns on this ship! It's 5-inch, and I'm using 5-inch singles because, yeah, it's sort of somewhat historically accurate for the time, using 5-inch singles on American battleships. Right. Now just to give it a good name. I've got the perfect name. Chat. Good. Sorry, it... Yeah, they're Mark 45-inch guns in single-mounted turrets. Eventually they'll actually be Fletcher turrets because of, Yes. Yes. And I decided I'm leaving Swedish pagans for a different time, so yeah, I had to do this one. I just, decided to do something to, vent my sometimes frustration with Twitch chat. Right, so 4 of the Twitch chat is not good. 30 of those things there. We're all good to move on. So this is the invasion that I need to focus on next because that's the one that is going to finish next. Even if it's only by a turn. Trust me, I have in the past had my problems with Twitch chat. Could have been worse. I could have named it the Inquisitor of Fives class. Oh god, on second thought, never mind. If you want context, you know Brother Monroe did XCOM for a brief while. Well, it's sort of a reference to that and the fact I hated the entire time that I was fleet mate partnered with, oh god, Pennsylvania sank, 1 Fives, Inquisitor of Fives. And, oh shit. We don't have enough ships down here, Venta Cinco de Mayo! Welcome to the fleet. You are being sent to war immediately. We've got 3 more turns there. Aren't you guys with this invasion force? That's like Arturo and stuff. Yeah, you should be with an invasion force, not doing a convoy battle against against Brest. The French and their names. You know, like I was saying, countries are naming their places sometimes inappropriately. If you want my recommendation, I would turn off your device you're watching to save electricity, and then get in bed or something and sleep in heavenly peace. Well, preferably heavenly peace. Oh, fuck. These ships have been damaged. These ships have been damaged and now they're having to go up against the Baguette. That looks to be a bit well designed for AI standards. Maryland and the Taft here are the same class, and this is the namesake of that class. Kearsarge is one of our older ships. So, yeah, we are suffering with a teeny tiny bit of obsolescence here, but obsolescence is better than incompetency. There are a whole bunch of French armoured cruisers, floating hotels. Trust me, you don't want to catch any sleep debt. I'm guessing that's the British ship. The Blenheim. There. Let's go for the Blenheim first, and yeah, Kearsarge, Maryland, and Taft can all come around. Oh, do you want to know something interesting? I've recently just been spending a lot of my time listening to a song that's about 17.5 minutes long. Oh, well, the version of it I listened to is 17.5 minutes long. The original is only 20 seconds longer. Oh yeah, these things were filled to the brim with torpedoes. I've remembered now. I remember now. Oh, the poor baguette. You fired your baguettes at us one too many times there, mate. You're being destroyed. And look at the battlecruiser using their speed advantage. The Maladine de Brest is the Madeline de Brest is if you say so. They're gone. So is the Blenheim. And we had damage that we had sustained before we even entered this combat zone, so... all things considered, we're doing fine. So Kearsarge took a hit and the Taft took a hit. are you guys doing charging then like that? Is this what, the charge of the Light Brigade? Charge the Heavy Light Brigade. Yeah, like last time. Right. All battleships, you have a target for the 5-inch. All battleships, line abreast formation. So charge and attack, going to hell and back. Yay! We sunk some. Oh no! Torpedo! Hot to starboard! Hot to starboard! Hot to starboard! Kearsarge, turn! Turn, you stupid beast! There we go. Oh god! Transports! Run away! Run away! Oh god! Avenger is going to take a dud. Never mind. Never mind, the Avengers gets to last longer. Oh god, we just missed it. The battlecruiser has submitted to the superiorness of American overweight than their baguettes. Sorry to all American viewers. More specifically, the Renegade Marine, if he ever sees this. Which knowing him, he most likely will be at some point. We win! Take that, France. Ah, you didn't expect that your baguettes would fail, did you? Well, too bad, your baguettes failed on you, miserably. Just like the tea failed the British, and is, to some extent, still is, because Britain has requested a peace treaty, but because there's naval invasions going on, and the game system doesn't allow naval invasions to be interrupted, yeah, it's going to be a while till they get their request a peace. Now we've clogged it. We clogged the baguette firing machines with all the fat that was taken out of the people who went through weight loss surgery to join the Navy. Sorry again to all my American viewers, but your country's just so easy to poke jokes at. Just like us British in our language skills. And, yeah, Joachim is one of the few people as well who can actually get away with insulting our country. You know, Joachim from Saboteur. Oh, God. All of them are 7 months. Kearsarge, because of your age, you're one of the older dreadnoughts. Goodbye. Here to the scrapyards. It was nice having you in the fleet, not. Shit. No, nothing bad, good. And anyway, we need to leave the name open for the monstrosity. That would be the hybrid carrier battleship, Kearsarge. That is agreed. Now, do you think that the class battleships should get an upgrade to their guns? Oh, we win. Oh, the destroyer Finn has sunk something. Damn it. We stand at the gates of Berlin with 2.5 million men, 6,000 tanks in our ranks. Use them as battering rams. Sorry. I got a bit arteroed into doing that. You want me to fit the arteros with triple turrets? Okay. Okay, the class will get it. Oh god, I love saving breaths whenever I can. Withdraw. We couldn't withdraw, so Vicksburg is in our last stand. Is in a final stand. Stop the Persians, spear in hand, form a wall, live to fall, then live forever. We failed to gain control of that stupid place again. You know what? Russia? We'll be back. And this time we absolutely mean that for a police car to smash through your front window. Well, your front door entirely, actually. For those of you who don't get it, Terminator reference. Foes are losing ground, retreat into the sound. That's from Night Witches. No, I've got a lot better idea than refitting Artero Dominatos with triple turrets. And that is new battle cruisers. How can you not outrun a... Right, how fast does this thing go? 24 knots. You can outrun him. There goes the Vicksburg. It was nice knowing the ship when it was still around. We failed to gain control of Jamaica. Fine. Fine. Send everything to the French Antilles. And we shall take them over. With a force of a furious storm. No, it's a force of a tremendous storm, actually. That we don't have quads yet. Not to worry. There's always the peace treaty. Sponsored by The Hague. Right. Swedish pagans marching ashore, forged in Valhalla by the hammer of Thor. Out from Asgard, a Viking ship sails, never to turn back again. Whoa, 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 whoa. Where our brothers have fought, is where we will be proven now. Peace treaty has been signed. You know, Gibraltar. Oh god. We'll take Gibraltar because it would stop a bit of problems with someone. Nation, although, do you have Northern Egypt? under your rule. Right, so they shall pay with Gibraltar, the Falklands, SSGI, Cook Islands, Cayman Islands, and the Shetland Islands, that, and one final place if I can get it. So we took Gibraltar, the Falklands, SSGI, Cook Islands, Cayman Islands, Shetland, and we took everywhere we wanted! Yes! Okay, Germany has failed to gain control of places, so... yeah, we now control Georgetown, like we initially wanted, although under different circumstances. We don't control any of those. Those could be taken at later dates. We now have bases down here and here, which shall be helpful to us. We've got Adamstown. We took here. They still have New Zealand. We could have invaded New Zealand. Right, and then you obviously had Pearl Harbor and stuff already. So then I think for everywhere else it's over here. We have Shetland, which is Lerwick, here, the Shetland Islands. We then obviously have Gibraltar, which now means that France and Russia will be blocked from using it. We didn't take anything else in the Mediterranean. Was it any of the stuff we took African? No, we specifically didn't take anything African. I obviously knew about there. And then I think the rest of our stuff's here in the Pacific, isn't it? Like, yeah, Australia's separate from each other. We already had Guam, so that's nothing new for us. Where's like all the places we took? We didn't take any African stuff, did we? No, we didn't. It's all Pacific. Never mind. We'll just carry on our renewed invasion. Okay. Next up on our agenda is that invasion of the French Antilles. If we can take those over and then force the French to peace, then we have successfully warred with them. Okay. They want to fight. Fight for land to lose it again. Shrapnel is filling the air. That's Angel's Calling right there. Dream of heaven, angels are calling your name. Right. Right. So North Carolina here is an Artero Dominatos. Berlin is burning. Class. Should I risk a copyright claim and just play the entirety of Artero Dominatos? You know what? No, I'm not going to risk it. I'll only start risking it once I actually start getting paid for this shit. Which won't be for a while, actually. But still. No. Well, probably actually, with how long that song actually is, I think I can get away with playing a good part of it before I actually get in trouble on copyright reasons, because I can claim sampling. Nah. Oh, they're over that way. Hey, destroyers, get back over here! You're going the wrong way, you idiots! Idiots. Idiot. And then the Terry here, which is also one of the original destroyers. Ah, there's the Japanese battleship. Okay. I was about to say battleship, but I think it's more battleshit than battleship. And most likely because I haven't seen a sponsor in for a while, the Green Avocado has finally passed out and gone to sleep. I give him congratulations on finally entering the realm of Sandman. Now, where were we? Oh yeah. Charging, attacking, going to hell and back. Oh yeah, it's probably not something that my light cruisers are made to go up against, but who really fucking cares? I don't. Right, North Carolina, turn the port a bit. Thank you. Are you focusing your efforts on that target? Thank you. Torpedoes to save, please, because we don't have reloaders for you. Like, these are your only shots and that's it. You only got one shot, do not miss your chance to blow. This opportunity comes once in a lifetime. Sorry. Right, you're going for the Nachi. Okay, we're close enough. Oh, Youngston's gone down. Heavy flooding. She took a torp, didn't she? Yeah, she took 2 torpedoes. This is why, Twitch chat, you always focus on your important ships. Alden, turn. Every one of the destroyers, retreat. You're going down. You're probably looking like you're going to go down. The Nazis just avoided all your torpedoes. Great job there, sport. Terry, did you just fire your torps? Yeah, Terry did. And it hasn't done much. You're attacking the wrong cruiser. I want you on the Nachi, please. Oh no. We've just lost the Atlanta. Concord, you're a last hope. For the Minutemen, charge! For reference, that's Fallout. The Minutemen are in Fallout, and that you find them in Concord originally. Right. If I starboard myself, there, I've caught the Euroby in the crossfire. North Carolina is coming along, and it is going to do its best to murder the Nachi, while Concord tries to play a dangerous game of checking. Right, Concord, try and get out of here. And we're making a request to the Naval Design Board. New light cruisers are in need. And immediately. Why aren't any of your shells hitting the Nachi? Don't you want to save the Concord, not kill it? You know, get the Euroby as well. If you aren't just gonna go for the Nachi, then just fire your secondaries to the Euroby. We need at least one of our crews to survive this. Made sure our destroyers made it. Now we need to make sure that our cruiser, surviving cruiser, makes it, which, from the looks of it, it's going to. But I'm going to be careful from Nachi torpedoes. I knew it. You're gonna regret your life choices. That very moment right there is when that when that light cruiser knew it fucked up. And how? Well, being a part of the Japanese Navy. Oh, hello there! Do you guys need rescuing? Okay, yep. We'll take on you as prisoners of war. And we'll circle around just to make it look like we're actually taking on prisoners of war. Okay, we're sort of giving the battleship here more time to run. You want to try and run the gauntlet, do you? You want to try and get out of here? I commend you for that. I really do, but... yeah, you've got a battleship barreling down at you. Similar speeds to which you can go. Concord is going to live. Somehow. The destroyers Alden, Terry, and the one with the long, unpronounceable name are most likely going to live through this battle. If we can get a couple of hits that bring them down, we can... what's their speed they're running at? 21. We're running at 21.5s. They've got more damage to their ship. We had taken shell fire and have lost 4 crew members, but at least in the battleship North Carolina, everything is fine. Actually, is a cool looking screenshot there. The counterpoint this direction, but yeah, nah. They dealt a single hit, taken 2 hits, and our 2 hits have done more damage. Oh, we've got 14 inch. They have only 12 inch. (10-inch). Damn, we're 4 calibers above them. Inferior ship. Tally-ho, full speed ahead, please. Oh wait, why am I saying it in a British, this sort of British saying way? I'm not British in this campaign, although IRL I'm British, so I'm a bit at a crossroads on that. Please tell me he's at least invested well in armour. He's vested in main belt armour that we can barely penetrate. That's outrageous. Or partially penetrate into. We've got the more intact battleship. You've just lost your torpedoes. Mate, you're not gonna win this. Just give it up already. You're a down kind, can't you see that the wind will change? That's a Blind Guardian reference, by the way. A reference to Mirror, Mirror. Mirror, mirror on the wall, true hope lies beyond the coast. You're a down kind, can't you see that the winds will change? Mirror, mirror on the wall, true hope lies beyond the coast. You're a down kind, can't you see that tomorrow there's still sanity? Yeah. Okay, rotating turrets to starboard. Mr. Battleship, do you surrender? We should report as well that we do have POWs of your countrymen aboard, so you may not want to actually damage the ship by more than you already have done so. You are killing your own countrymen who are POW'd aboard this ship. This thing's a resilient little bastard, isn't it? Good at that. Take that. You're trying to do an old switcheroo on the course, are you? Stop any more turning. Thank you. Right, let's go and get the POWs. And that'll be the end of this battle. We lost 2 of our cruisers, they've lost an entire fleet. So, yeah. Were the losses replaceable? Maybe, with enough time, but As of right now, though, the Admiralty does not see the losses as easily replaceable. The opinion of the Admiralty may change over time, but right now we don't see it as a worthwhile victory. Right. Things are going well then, pair-wise. January into February brings more news. The Japanese fleet that was encountered in the Caribbean was only a singular fleet. It is with this great news that we can rejoice with the fact that we won't have to deal with the Japanese threat. Meanwhile, the French have been taking losses within the areas of their combat engagements. And that is actually going to be the end of the stream. Hope you enjoyed. Silent.